I heard Steve Barker, the head coach of Stellenbosch FC, talking earlier, and he was talking about Jayden Adams. He was saying that Jayden Adams has ambitions to go and play football in Europe. Now, if I was a European club with some money, I'd be interested in Jayden Adams. But let's just say I wasn't sure that I'm interested yet. I'd give him a few advices. The first of which is I'd give him the advice to go to Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates. I tell him that in those clubs, he'd be guaranteed to be playing in the biggest competition in African football, in club football. I tell him that he's going to come against the best players. He's going to play in very tough environments, and that would be important for me to see his progression, to see how he deals with those environments. But more precisely, I would give him the advice to go to Orlando Pirates, because there he would be guaranteed more of a starting 11 place than he would at Mamelodi Sundowns. I'd tell him that there's Allende there, there's Sipombule, there's Kulise, and more. Now, he might be ambitious and tell me that he wants to test himself to see if he can get in there. And I'd say, good, I love the fact that you want to test yourself, but then I'd give him the example of Obamanyesa. I'd give him the example of George Maluleke, and I'd give him even Sipombule, that, he's not playing as much as he would want there, and more. I'd tell him that at Orlando Pirates, he'd be more guaranteed of a starting 11 place because Orlando Pirates is, or at least should be, looking for the long-term partner of Talent Mbata. I tell him that, look, Makala is not someone that Orlando Pirates will want to invest in. They want to keep him there for his experience and the fact that he can do a shift and for depth. I tell him about the departure of Tabang Munari and the potential of a vacant jersey number 8 at Orlando Pirates. I tell him about, Sipelo Baloni not having found his feet there. I tell him about Goodman Mosele not being a sure thing there. I tell him about the sporadic appearances of Ndabaiteto Ndlondo, who's not also a guaranteed starter. And then I tell him maybe he'll be the one that plays alongside Talent Mbata as a 2. I'd tell him that even stylistically at Orlando Pirates, he's going to have something that's not too far off to what he's used to at Stellenbosch. I'd tell him that in what he had in Nduli as a midfield partner, he's going to have in Talent Mbata. I'd tell him that in what he had in De Jong as sort of a second striker or number 10, he's going to have in Patrick Maswanganyi. In what he had on the right wing in Devin Titus, he's going to have in Munapule Saleng. In what he had in Ora on the left, he's going to have in Relebogile Mfokeng. And in what he had as a finisher in Ikram Reyners, he's going to have in Tshegofatso Mabasa. And the convincing part for me in what I tell him about these players would be that their better quality would accentuate his quality. But I wouldn't stop there. I tell him that he should not go to Kaizer Chiefs because, not that he'd need me to tell him not to go there, but they're not great, are they? But if I was Orlando Pirates, I'd also be interested in Jayden Adams. I'd also do my part in everything. The first thing I'd do is I'd splurge the cash because I need to convince Stellenbosch FC. I would think about the fact that with Munari departing, with Kemet Erasmus departing, and other players, there's a huge wage chunk that has been cut off my wage budget. So I'd invest in someone like Jayden Adams, who is worth investing in because, and this is the part why I'd go for Jayden Adams as Orlando Pirates, in that midfield, like I already mentioned, Sipelo Baloni, we don't know his ceiling yet. He still hasn't shown us how high his ceiling yet or how low it is, with all due respect. Goodman Mosele has had an audition already at Orlando Pirates. He's had to go and have another audition at Chippa United to come back. We don't know what Goodman Mosele we're going to get at Orlando Pirates. We might get the one that we've always had. Maybe it's the pressure environment that's been hard for him. Maybe Chippa United has been great for him because of not so much of a pressure there. So we're still not guaranteed there. However, I think the most important part is that Jayden Adams is so good on the ball. I'd look at, all the clips of him and see that he's very good at collecting the ball from that defense. He's someone who can receive very deep in his own half, and he's someone who can circulate it very well. He's got very good energy, but he's also got the age, and he can link play as well. I think he's someone who can do the defensive shift when expected to as well, and would make a great young, energetic partner to Talent Mata in the midfield of Orlando Pirates. And I'd also think about the fact that if maybe I wanted to sell him to Europe, I'd definitely make back what I invested in the first place, but then I'd make it back with some more, with just a Orlando Pirates premium added to what Stellenbosch would sell him for. So this is to say that I think Jayden Adams is best suited to go to Orlando Pirates. You guys already saw the title of this video. I think there's compelling cases on both ends. Jayden Adams coming to Orlando Pirates, but Orlando Pirates going for Jayden Adams. And I think he's going to benefit in coming to the club. Not only Orlando Pirates would benefit, which they will do, in his superior talent. And I want to leave it there. I hope Jayden Adams gets to watch this. But yeah, until the next video, up the Mighty Bucks. Cheers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video from Talking Buccaneers. If you did, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all our future content.